the video you did with that Sennheiser. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I just thought it was quite funny, bro. How much is that thing going for? You said $6,000.
The microphone, just the microphone alone, because they are separate things. The microphone alone is like 1.5.
Interesting.
The headphones, these particular headphones are $6,000, a little bit more. But yeah, you can use the microphone.
I'd rather use my money. I'd rather use my money at this point to buy a RAM, to be honest with you.
Well, you're gonna get like 8 gigs of RAM for $6,000.
It's an investment.
A poor investment. The prices will drop.
Have you seen the prices? The prices are going up. Are you on the price drop camp? Okay, yeah, no, of course.
I think I think it will even itself out. I think and I think we'll get talking about it later. Just checking the hardy dot levels. The price will drop, but I think the AI bubble will have to burst first. So, it could go even higher before it drops.
I don't know if there will be a burst of an AI bubble. It'll just restructure itself into a different shape.
That's good. Good point. Yeah, could be.
So, Duncan, for those people that out there that don't know you, please tell us. Introduce yourself to the world, to the NAG audience.
Greetings, NAG audience. I'm Duncan Pike. I'm the digital editor of Stuff. We have a magazine and a website. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
The guys that play with the only other company that might have better gadgets than us to play with.
Yeah, except webcams. You beat us there.
Webcams
and professional studio lighting and cool backgrounds.
Although we do match on the microphone there.
Yeah, it's a good microphone.
It's a great microphone. I do like it. So we also do play some Battlefield from time to time, and there's been a lot of chat about the Season 2 update coming out. Are you excited about that?
I am excited.
Are you going to be playing again? Because I haven't seen you for a while either, so we need to talk about that.
Yes. So part of the reason there is because Counter-Strike is my first love. But
that's still a thing.
Counter-Strike. Yes, of course it's still a thing. It'll never.
I thought it went out with Acer AI back in '98.
Counter-Strike will never die. It's Counter-Strike 2 now.
No, you're right. No, it's a good following.
But the Battlefield season is exciting, although I'm hesitant to put all my eggs in that basket because the content, we need content. And if it's the same, like 2 extra maps and 3 guns, I don't know if that's going to be enough, to get other people riled up. Because I don't know.
What would you like to see?
The player base has dropped off, like 90% since the launch. So, why do you think that is?
I mean, partly the holidays, I guess, I would have thought, but if it hasn't really picked up. I mean, I haven't really played much over the last few weeks because I was just stepping away from my computer. But I'm actually trying to see what the Steam charts say now, because that'll also give us a good indication. But I mean, it's no secret that the numbers have dropped. People have been following it very closely.
Everyone's quick to make comparisons between Battlefield and Call of Duty 7 that came out. Black Ops.
But the thing with Call of Duty is, right, people are tired of it because it's now just another version of the game that we've seen 70 times before. With Battlefield, we haven't had one for a while that's good. We get one that's actually good. So why the drop off, right? I think for me, one of the things that didn't keep me there, one of the things that didn't keep me there is, one of the things that kind of prevented me from jumping on every night is RedSec. It's as much fun as what it is. I've just been battling to find games. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's been slow to full lobbies, or at least lobbies with a lot of humans. But I haven't actually played a RedSec game in a while. Because I would load in, try and play it. I'll play some Conquest or some All-Out Warfare. Try RedSec, wait a minute or 3, nothing happens, and I kind of give up. So it's partly a user kind of irritation there too. But I mean, I don't know. It's been slow from the launch.
I think that also has to do with the very obvious similarities between RedSec and Warzone. If you've played Warzone, you know, and then you play RedSec, you'll notice a lot of similarities, and maybe people are happy or stuck in their ways. They want to play Warzone and then play Battlefield for the conquest game mode, because that's what what made Battlefield famous.
It's possible.
The 32 versus 32 or 64 player maps.
But Battlefield's iteration of the Battle Royale version is novel if you're a Battlefield fan, right? Whereas Call of Duty, I mean, because you have all of the vehicles and everything at your disposal for the most part, where Call of Duty, as much fun as what it is, and I love that game, it's not all-out vehicle warfare necessarily. Although the choppers are fun in there, a lot of fun.
If you can fly them.
I can say I've mastered the art.
Can you? I'll be the judge of that.
I just play with good notebooks.
I do also want to say that I think partly to do with the player drop-off. I don't know if you remember back during the 2042 launch, is that there was a lot of hype for that game as well when it came out, or before it came out. Then it did come out, and it didn't meet a lot of people's expectations. And some of the choices that the dev team made weren't, what the Battlefield fan base wanted. The dev team was also quite new, and they were still learning the Frostbite engine, which, fair game. It's during COVID. But so I think that damaged the reputation of the studio, and which is why people are hesitant to be excited about season 2 coming out, because you've been bitten once. You don't want to be bitten twice.
Yeah, exactly. And also, we do have a lot of burnout from just bad games. Overpromise, underdeliver.
Yeah,
I'm just pulling up the old Steam database here.
There we go.
Let's have a look. I mean, it's kind of down across the board in terms of, that's a price history. Charts. What does it say? 37,000 players right now. The all-time peak was under 1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a massive drop.
That is a big drop.
Okay, so the 24-hour peak for people that play on Monday nights, I guess, 70,000 players.
I mean, even that's almost double what we have now, but it's still like a large chunk compared to the.
But there you can see the drop in the last 30 days.
Yeah.
Monthly players down 32%.
Yeah, look, I also think that there's an element of Battlefield that draws a particular type of player. And I mean, I don't know if you remember Battlefield 4. That was still going. I wouldn't say going strong, but it was still going, like 10 years, into 10 years after it launched. And they were like,
it's still going.
There was a dedicated local player base, South Africans that all got together, and it was usually like around 7 or 8 at night, and it wouldn't be for very long, and it would be longer on the weekends. But there was still a dedicated player base, a local dedicated player base where you could find games, jump on, and if you didn't play 24/7, those oaks would just destroy you. At least that was my experience.
Yeah, maybe there's just too much for people to play. But hopefully season 2 will kind of inject a little bit more life into it. All that we really want is servers that are alive. So when we jump on, we play against South African people. That's fun to do. Mute the mics so you don't hear the colorful language.
No, that's the best part. I must admit, hearing people flame you true. When you're just better than them is part of the charm.
That is actually fun. Yeah, that's actually fun. It's a lot of fun. So what games kept you busy over the December break?
Cyberpunk, believe it or not. I got heavily invested in Cyberpunk. Not just the game, but the genre. I was reading
the lifestyle, the clothes.
I was reading. Okay, maybe not that far. But I was reading Cyberpunk book. I watched the anime, which is surprisingly good. And sci-fi movies, like Blade Runner, which all kind of came out around the same time as Mark Pondsmith, the guy who made the original Cyberpunk game, which was a tabletop game initially. That Blade Runner and William Gibson's Neuromancer, it's a novel, all came out around the same time. And it's crazy to see how similar all the ideas are, even though all of them, all the creators, say that, they didn't. It's not like they all got into a room and worked it out together. They all basically had the similar thoughts roughly around the same time, and for the first time, because before that it was like in the 1980s. Cyberpunk wasn't really a thing. There was sci-fi, but cyberpunk wasn't really as established as it is now. So yeah, I played the game. I played a lot of the game, which is great. A fantastic game since it came out. I played it at launch as well, and I didn't get very far because there was a lot of bugs. But yeah, it's a fantastic game now, and I just fell in love with the genre of cyberpunk.
How many hours have you clocked in that bad boy title?
I think over this holiday period, I did 120 hours in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Which, yeah, I think I don't know. I can't do the maths, but it's not a lot. It's not a small amount.
I mean, I thought I played a lot. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 at the moment. I've been playing my butt off, and I'm not rushing through the game, but really enjoying it, doing side things, trying to find some animals, not a lot of hunting and stuff, but then hitting the storyline. And I'm only at like 48%. Like, there's an insane amount of game there to play.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful, these open world, especially if you can get back to them a couple of years after the fact and they're actually polished now. Because Cyberpunk 2, it is an incredibly well-polished, a game that plays quite well right now, and it's fun to play.
And it does have, you're right about the level of polish. It didn't come out with polish, but I mean, it's been, 6 years, five years since it came out, and in those 5 years, they have added polish. But coming back to Red Dead, no one creates an open world like Rockstar does. GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, some of the most immersive experiences I've ever had. Just walking through a random town, the comments that the NPCs will give you, makes me feel like, damn,
my favorite,
I could be there.
That's why I enjoyed playing it, I guess, because I didn't go away, right? So I stayed at home, and being immersed in that world was absolutely fantastic. And what I loved is just traveling around, all the random encounters you have. And they build on each other. I mean, the funniest one is at some point in the game, in the first chapter or first 2 chapters, I think, you encounter randomly a bunch of Ku Klux Klan members, right?
Yeah.
And you take them out, obviously. You can get interact with them, they start attacking you and stuff, but you just take them out.
Sure.
And then just the other day, I came across like 3 oaks trying to resurrect the cult, and they were busy trying to lift a cross. And I won't give away what happens, but it's hilarious. And it's just that kind of little detail of that's kind of woven in everywhere, every part of it. It's absolutely insane. It is. And now that you can play it on mobile, the first game, Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you guys covered that.
Yeah. On iPhone.
On your phone, yeah. It's crazy.
It is. So I'm going to play. I've played a little bit of it, but before the holidays, I definitely want to get back into it just for the story, just to complete the story.
Yeah, I still haven't done that. I'll be honest. It's just too much, too big.
And now there's indie games too that we can throw in, and Steam specials.
Indie games. And Epic Games always giving away free games. My Epic Games library is huge, and I've played maybe 2 of them. Story of our lives.
Have you jumped the bandwagon to handheld gaming yet?
Kind of. When I've got the devices, when they send us the devices to review, I'll definitely play them. But we don't get to keep them, so. And I've got a PC at home, so I don't feel like I need to spend 20 grand on a handheld gaming console to do what I can do at my chair somewhere else.
No, fair enough.
But I definitely see the appeal. Yeah, I can't play Counter-Strike on the handheld. That's my point. But I definitely feel I did play the first God of War, also a great game, and that ran really well, surprisingly well on like a little handheld. That's quite a beefy game to run. Lot of textures, and the art style also makes it look great. And it ran really smoothly on I think it was the Asus ROG LRX before the Xbox version. It ran really, really smoothly. So, I mean, if you've got a spare one lying around there in the background, swing them my way.
We got my arcades.
Yeah, your arcades. That's also another thing. Retro gaming. That's also a whole industry and a time sink in and of itself.
It is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm busy setting up a little retro gaming station there. And one of the things that's actually a cornerstone of my, because it's not really a sit in front of the couch gaming station. It's more like a showpiece with my magazines and everything, but functional so you can stand around and play. But one of the things I've really enjoyed is that Acer AI TV box with Steam Link.
Yes, yes.
Because you can play a lot of your old games on there, of your Steam library, or you can, even a web browser. There's so many.
Don't have to like lug your PC around to plug into your TV. You just use this box and you use your network.
And it's just a screen that's there. So network. I'd put some Pac-Man on there, and then you feel like you've got a retro game station right there. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Have you tinkered with Raspberry Pi and setting up a little retro arcade cabinet or something? There's so many.
I haven't got there.
Great projects you can do.
I haven't got there yet. To be honest, it seems a little. It seems like a rabbit hole that I'm one of those people who like will get sucked in real quick. So it's also a little bit of a, what's the word? It's you wouldn't say
you get sucked into it. You get sucked into a hobby, and then you lose all your time, and then
and it's also there's a lot of stuff you can do that's up to you. You got to learn how to do it, and it feels a bit overwhelming. Is the word I was looking for.
Sure.
So maybe if you hold my hand and take me through the path, maybe we can.
I'm also trying to cut down on my interests. There's just too many things happening out
There's too many things happening. But
so do you play mostly on computer, or you don't hook it up to a bigger screen or anything? You kind of desk-based, old school gaming. Nice.
Yeah, like I said, I mostly play Counter-Strike anyway. So high refresh rate monitor. Turned all the settings down so it looks like it came out in 1998, and boosted contrasts. It's one of those things, I guess. But at my desk, I actually been trying a pretty decent Xiaomi monitor. I don't know if you've come across them yet.
Yes, I've played with some of them. Which one have you got?
The G Pro, the mini LED version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. So it's a nice go-between between traditional LCDs and like the expensive OLED panels. We don't get affordable OLED panels in South Africa yet, unfortunately. That is something I am very excited to see when they eventually come out. But 20 grand for a monitor is a bit steep for me.
Oh, yeah.
But the mini LED version is like a nice, in between.
What's the size on that one?
27 inch.
27. Yeah.
27 inch, 180 hertz. And it's pretty good for HDR gaming. I don't know if you've done much HDR gaming, but it can make a difference.
Every now and then.
For like,
the reason why I ask is I'm actually working on a video now that'll go up later today, which will be yesterday by the time you look at this podcast. But it's the Acer monitors that are getting produced in South Africa now. They just launched a 27-inch, which is a gaming monitor, 240 hertz.
Okay.
And it's a 1080p, so you're not getting 4K. But I think if for most gamers who are still playing 1080p, 27-inch, it's a nice monitor. So if you're sitting in front of the size, it's quite immersive, and that refresh rate is good.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the Steam survey, the hardware survey, I think still has 1080p as like the vast majority of gamers are still on 1080p. You can double check me on that. And especially with increased prices. GPUs here were already expensive. We didn't need the price to increase. So trying to run 4K games at a high refresh rate is expensive. It's an expensive hobby. So if we can make that slightly better, even if it's at 1080p, I think 1080p is a good spot. I still personally think 1440p is the sweet spot.
Yeah. Primary display resolution, 52%. That's dropping slightly. So 52% of gamers use a 1080p monitor. And widescreen,
Oh, that's surprising.
Oh, for multi
multi.
monitor disc.
So they got two of them.
It's not widescreen. Yeah.
3060.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know many people that actually do 4K, that play games in a 4K monitor environment. Because also I don't know many people that's got 5080s.
Yeah, exactly. You can afford that.
Because let's be honest, if you really want a good 4K experience, you can't really get away with, you know.
I mean, you might as well buy a console.
You're gonna, yeah, I mean, if you're going to do 4K gaming with a large monitor, you're probably going to want some visually stunning games.
Yeah, for sure.
Although having said that, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on a widescreen, and wow. So it's a 1440p widescreen, but I'm also testing a 5080 GPU.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
So it's kind of the best of both worlds. It ruins us, Duncan. It ruins us because when it goes... But maybe it'll end up with you, you know. So you're going to get it, and then you're going to be able to play with it.
Yeah, then I'm going to have to send it back.
But no, it's fun.
Unless I just disappear off the face of the planet, and you know, then it's mine.
Okay, well, you've said it here now, so now everybody's going to screenshot. That's your mug shot right there. Oh yeah, but you guys, so Stuff Magazine. I mean, whenever I look at you guys and page through the magazine, the amount of geekery and high-end gear that's in there. I know you guys don't necessarily test everything in a house there, but what's some of the craziest, outlandish, high-end, expensive stuff that you've seen?
So, personally, the craziest thing I've personally tested was, okay, well, I guess I didn't test it, but I got the chance to experience a couple speakers from Bang Olufsen. They're called the BeoLab 90. I don't know if you want to bring a picture up of those for the fantastic viewers, but they're a little bit strange looking, if I'm being honest. But there's always a reason for that, and Bang Olufsen's reason is they just wanted to build the best sounding speakers that they could, and these were built like 10 years ago. They're from like 2015 originally. Could even be older, but they're not new. Yeah, those are them. Look at that. And then you can see that ludicrous price at the bottom there, $211,000.
What is the local price? Like 4 million?
It's between, I think it's between 4.5 and 5 million rand for a pair of these
Question
speakers.
Is, how good does Spotify sound when you plug it into this? Is that where you have to have that lossless quality version?
Yeah.
I mean, my Z680s is perfectly fine.
Okay. Maybe for you.
Also, I think my neighbors will complain if you have a set of these.
I mean, look, they're big. It doesn't mean they have to be loud. You can turn them down. There's a volume knob for a reason, and it works.
No, of course, I'm being facetious, but
of course,
because the frequencies that these go to, I mean, is absolutely insane, and that's what makes music sound so ridiculous. But I mean, I'm preaching to the converted. You're an audiophile, right? You kind of know your stuff.
I would hesitate to call myself that. Just knowing what other audiophiles are like. But yes, I do enjoy high-end audio when I can get my hands on it or ears on it. I mean, those speakers are. It's a treat to listen to. Let me put it that way. And if you have that kind of money lying around, don't even think twice. Just get them, and then invite me over. But something a little bit. Carry on. After you.
No. Can you hear me now?
Can you? Okay. Something a little bit more, down to earth. Is I've actually had a pair of Sennheiser headphones recently. That have been impressing me. So at the moment, I've got, these are my personal Philips SHP 9500s in the audiophile community.
Good old trustees.
They're like a old reliable kind of vibe. They're a little bit difficult to get in South Africa now. I was looking for replacement earpads, and they're hard to get. But these Sennheisers, these are open back, so they don't block outside audio. And these Sennheisers that I have.
What is the model number? Let me bring them up.
Sennheiser HD 550. There's a company called Stage Audio Works. They're based in Midrand, I think. They bring in the Sennheiser products. These are, look, they're not as expensive as those speakers. but I also wouldn't call them cheap. Last time I checked, I think they were around $6,000, 6,000. You can double check me.
I mean, yeah, that is a graphics card price almost, you know.
Oh, they're durable, so you can drop them.
Yeah. IP rating is clearly good.
But they're pretty basic in terms of like what you get. There's no like fancy RGB or, I mean, you know, Sennheiser's a audio first brand. So it's just headphones and then a jack. But what I got with these headphones is this little guy, which I think personally surprised me. Yeah, that's them. I mean, they're not bad looking headphones. You know, Sennheiser knows what they're doing. They've been doing this for a long time.
So for those of us that don't quite know what open back is, that's when there's nothing at the back here, right? So the sound can pass through it.
Open mesh.
Everybody around you can hear your music, basically.
Depending on how loud you have it, but yes, essentially that's. And then you can also hear.
Not ideal for a plane.
Not ideal for a plane or an office if you're trying to do work in an office, and then you have this other guy listening to, you know, whatever he's listening to next to you, and you can hear that.
Well, they've got gaming here on the photo sheet, so obviously.
Yeah, but you see that guy.
Must sound good.
Like, yeah, he's obviously playing a single player game because he's got his headphones plugged into the controller. So he obviously doesn't need to chat to anyone. So if you have this Sennheiser headset, you should get one of these. Look at that. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
It looks pretty basic, like the headphones.
But that's an optional accessory. Don't get it with. It's not like...
Yeah. And this is a lot better priced than the headphones. A lot more accessible.
Does it sound as good in your ear?
Well, you don't put this in your ear, Rechot. You put this by your mouth.
Okay, so you just plug it into your ear without the headphones.
You plug it into the headphones. You plug it into very specific Sennheiser headphones, it must be said. It doesn't just go with any headphone. I'm sure you've heard of the mod mic.
Yeah.
It's a similar concept. The mod mic, except the mod mic, I think, attaches with magnets. This one plugs into the cable hole. This bad AR is not hiding. And then, yeah, it basically turns this audiophile grade headphone into a gaming headset. And that mic...
Oh, is that what the microphone is for? It's for gamers. It's not necessarily for
it's specifically for gamers who want to play multiplayer games and they already own a Sennheiser headphone. Or people who want to own Sennheiser headphones, you know. Maybe you're aspiring.
Yeah, it's obviously high end too. I mean, yeah, what if you have a high end set? You kind of look at upgrading your audio.
And yeah, it surprised me. I mean, these mics that we're using, I also wouldn't call them cheap exactly. This one, I think, in my opinion, sounds almost as good, if not, a little bit better. Especially considering it's like half the price.
Plug them in. Give us a little live demo there.
Give me a second.
Okay, we'll break it into. We'll break for commercial.
With the magic of editing, it'll probably just. Hello, can you hear me?
That is quite a remarkable difference.
You can hear the difference, I'm assuming.
I can hear you now, indeed.
Would you say the difference is good?
I will certainly make up my mind in editing when I listen to it side by side. I mean, but it sounds clear. But I mean, obviously by way of it being closer to your mouth than this one was, which always sounds better if you hold it close.
Yes. I didn't want to get it in my face. But yes, that one does sound better if you hold it close. And this one, you can also move it around,
No, but it sounds clear. It sounds clear and like there's a bit of noise reduction happening there. But I'm sure there isn't.
Yeah, I should also mention that previously it was going through digital, and now this is analog. I just plugged it straight into my laptop's headphone jack. So that is a consideration. But I think for most people, maybe you want good audio, you want to hear it, you want to listen to your music, your tunes, and you also want to chat to your mates. And you don't have to choose or take off this headset, put a different headset on. If you want to do that, you can just use it for both. So I think it's quite convenient.
So what, 6, 7, just under 8,000 Rand for that kit? In your personal experience having tested other kind of headsets over the years, how would you rate these?
The headphones themselves are really, really good. I'm a big fan of like a neutral sound profile, where you don't have like emphasized bass or emphasize treble. So, and these are
What's
really
wrong
good with
with
that.
you, man?
They're really neutral, like the artists intended. If I want a bass boost, you can do that in EQ or afterwards. You know, that can be your personal choice. And you know, sometimes I like some bass. You know, turn that bass up.
The third bass we're going to look at is the dirty saw bass.
Tell me, do you add salt and pepper to your steak before you braai it, or do you just go on with nothing? Was that a bad analogy?
No, that's a pretty good analogy. But I don't know if we're going to be talking about food in this podcast. I didn't prepare any recipes.
Don't prepare for that. Fair enough. How would you rate this if you compare it to other headphones out there?
Look, I mean,
high end.
It is pretty high end, and it's pretty pricey for the combination. But this mic, you know, I mean, you don't have to get these headphones with this mic. If you wanted this mic and you wanted the Sennheiser sound, the mic is compatible with other Sennheiser models, some of which I'm pretty sure are, you know, a little bit more affordable than these ones. These came out towards the end of last year, so maybe you found a pre-loved pair, because Sennheiser does have a very particular sound of its headphones. But of the combo out of 10, I think I'd probably give it like a 8.5 overall.
Okay.
Sounds good. It's accessible. You know, you don't have to have a master's degree to work out how to plug in what. And you don't need like an amp or anything to run these headphones. Just plug it into your phone if you have a phone with a headphone jack, or your laptop, or handheld gaming console, whatever you want. Gaming controller even. Anything will run these headphones. And the mic just makes them, you know, more versatile.
And the question on everybody's lips is, does it make you a better gamer?
Well, now that's an interesting question, and how much time we got? Because could chat about that for a while. It could make you a better gamer.
I'll edit in the important parts.
It could make you a better gamer if you somehow can't hear footsteps. You put these on, now you can hear footsteps.
So when are we going to jump onto Battlefield 6 again? We need to test out. Actually, when Season 2 comes out, I think we should make an effort. Check it out.
Yeah, Season 2, I mean, don't have to wait until then.
Season 2 comes out. 6, yeah.
Season 2 of Battlefield 6 comes out 17 Feb. So we don't have to wait. I mean, you can... What are you doing in 5 minutes? After you've edited this podcast.
Yeah, it'll be done. It'll be ready. So you guys watching, what do you guys think of the second season update of Battlefield 6? Do let us know in the comments below. Are you excited for it? Are you over Battlefield 6? Are you still playing... what
Battlefield
game
4.
are you playing? Counter-Strike?
If you're playing Counter-Strike, let me know.
You can, hit up Duncan. He's the guy to talk to. Duncan, thank you so much for your time. We'll definitely chat again when you have some more gadgets in your hand. I always like hearing what you guys are getting up to there with your high-end goodies. Where can people find you if they have no idea where to reach?
If you have no idea, you can go to stuff.co.za.
And tell Brett we are way overdue for our game off. So when you guys at Stuff finally accept my challenge, let's jump on Discord and battle it out online. And he froze. Well, guys, it seems like the network protocols have gotten the better of this podcast interview. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching, and we'll be back with another cool chat next week. Cheers.